Well, I think first of all, it's wonderful to already presume that there is a relationship. I think that's really important because I do feel, at least where I live, that a lot of times parents, once children hit a certain age, parents either don't feel welcome in a school or um, the role shifts dramatically. So I think it's very important to communicate. So above all else, keep lines of communication open. And I also think that teachers or school officials receive so much negative attention and criticism if things aren't going well. They're so used to being blamed or criticized that it's nice to encourage communication when things are going really well also. So again, sounds so simple. And yet I don't know if it occurs as frequently as everyone would like. So keeping those lines of communication open, which of course builds trust and respect between everybody. So that's, I think, very important. Um, so I think with children, checking in, depending on the size of a school or a classroom, many parents and caregivers may feel like a teacher or an administrator in a school has no idea who their child is. So I think that might be a parent's perception, let's say, and the teacher might know very well every child's ins and outs and elements of themselves. But I do
Right.
think it's important, if a parent is concerned or has questions, to be very, forthright, um, and ask, what are you noticing, and so forth. So communication, very key. Another thing I do also want to encourage, because I worry that it's not happening as often, is encouraging children to move, so exercise. And I think when academics take precedence for various reasons, things, I mean, this, things tend to fall by the wayside. So things like the fun stuff related to art and music and outside activity or even inside activities. So really helping children to recognize that moving their bodies is so important, really important. And this gets to that sort of goal setting idea as well. What we do today impacts tomorrow or years from now. So while we don't necessarily need to live in the future, we also can recognize that what we do today can impact our future lives. So we know from tons of medical research that habits that form in the early years definitely have a long-term impact on our lives. So diet, health, et cetera, or diet and exercise, et cetera. Um, and then a third one, I actually put a note for myself because I didn't want to forget it, is to praise a child's effort and not just the outcomes. This current moment in time, this gets into the whole social and emotional learning piece as well, that when we're only focused on the outcome, children then, develop a sense of self that either I am X, fill in the blank. I'm smart, I'm stupid, I am good at math, I am terrible at something. They really do put those labels instead of thinking, I like to look for something that challenges me. That was a hard one. How can I get this next time? What strategies worked for me? What else can I develop, et cetera? So praising a child's effort and not only focusing on, for instance, the outcome, whether it's a grade or a score or reaching a certain milestone. There's plenty of learning to do throughout one's lifetime. So I do wish that more schools would focus on the critical thinking. And you see these words plastered all over literature and school buildings: critical thinking, collaboration. What does that actually mean? So helping children really develop these skills and praising them for those efforts, even when a collaboration didn't work out very well. The attempts to communicate with someone, I think, are really, really important.